So you guys might remember a little while ago I made a video on iRacing and how I thought that maybe it was just a little bit too fast.
Not even close.
That was in reference mainly to the GTP/hypercar field, the fastest prototypes available in iRacing, and how they were seconds a lap faster than their real-life counterparts. Now, a lot of this is down to the tyre model, the contact patch with the tarmac. For whatever reason, iRacing have been very kind and given me alpha access to try their brand new tyre model for the GTP class.
My ankles are broken!
But just to note that this video is not sponsored by iRacing in any way, they've just given me this access. Now, I was given a few little bullet points as to what has changed with the tyre model. So tyres now take longer to reach their optimal temperature, making the outlap a critical part of race strategy. You might remember actually when I last tested the cars, I could easily go flat out through Eau Rouge and Raidillon straight from the pit lane. Apparently, no more. Grip has been reduced, particularly at high speeds, meaning careful throttle control and precise steering are more important than ever. The example that I've been given here is during the Daytona 2024 in real life, GTP cars were down 2 gears and off throttle through the kink at the start of the lap. So we'll try that actually and see if it is like that. But interestingly, and this is a strange one for me, they've added 50 kilowatts of power at the wheels to match real-world performance. So the cars now are even more powerful than before, which works out as a bump of nearly 70 horsepower, which is not insignificant. But in a bit of a letdown, the hybrid system, which is currently nowhere near what it is in real life, is staying the same for now. That's a lot yapping though, so I think we should go and drive them and see if those improvements are actually real. So I figured our first little experiment to test this new tyre model is to see if what they say about the outlap of Daytona is correct. Do we have to take it super easy through the first part of the lap and lift at the kink? We're in the Acura, by the way. I don't think it makes much difference as to what car we're in, but let's see what it's like first time with this new tyre model. Is that the pit lane? I'm going to just like give them the throttle straight away. Oh god. Very, very sketchy. Down to the horseshoe for the first time. Nice and chill through there. Yeah, there's like nothing at the front here. Very, very cold. Oh my god.
You've got wheel damage.
Let's try that again. I mean, I'm driving far over what I think you would in real life. Oh my god. There's just nothing. No grip anywhere. Completely stone cold tyres. This bodes well for being flat through the kink. Right, Aero, take over. There's Aero. Flat through the kink. Easy, easy. Oh, it's not. We'll try one more time. Okay, I'm determined to like have a good start to the lap here with these knackered tyres. So soft on the throttle. Now we can go full throttle finally. No, you can't do it. It's not possible. The rear is just gone straight away. There's no grip there at the back. So we've done our fact checking, and yes, you do have to lift significantly at the kink. So what does it take to actually, oh my god, get through the kink? Because that was trying to go flat. Just trying to get those tyres warm. Oh my god. Oh, it's a big break.
Huh?
Through there, isn't it? Oh, I've got the, I've never seen that flag before. I think it's like the slippery surface flag for where I came flying across the track before, but... So yeah, there's that fact checked. You do in fact have to take it super easy now on your outlap, just like in real life. Much better than the old tyre model. You did have cold tyres before, but you could still do a lot of crazy things, such as go flat out through Eau Rouge and Raidillon at Spa. Now, given that I went to Spa in the Ferrari for my last video to get a lap time, see how fast the cars were before, I think it'd be a good idea to return to Spa with the Ferrari and see what sort of lap time difference this new tyre model has over the previous one. Right, so last time out, I was completely flat through Eau Rouge and Raidillon, and I did a lap time on my second lap out of the pits of a 2:03.6. Let's see what we do this time. Can we go flat out through here? Cold tyres, turn in.
You cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time.
We can't, but we can still... We don't spin going through there. That's still pretty quick through there. That surprises me, especially given that they were very specific in saying that high-speed scenarios were a lot different. Now, I know we've got a lot of aero pushing down on the car here, but the fact that the tyre understeers and not just breaks traction altogether everywhere is surprising. But we'll try it again. We are going uphill. The car's being compressed. What about like coming now? No. Yeah, significant lift. Oh my god, to get through, and then. Oh!
Your car is leaking fluid.
Bro, I'm leaking fluid. Okay, look, we've demonstrated that I can crash very well on an outlap. Let's try and actually get through a lap and see how this tyre develops as it warms up. Now, previously, I mean, it would be about a lap, I'd say, until you did have temperature in the tyres. Or a lap or two, maybe. The development video I've seen seems to suggest it's about 5 or 6 before you really have proper temperature in the tyre. So we're just going to drive round, see how it develops, and see how it is on this first lap now with this new tyre model. So I'm going to brake a bit earlier than normal. Quite a bit earlier. Bend off the brakes. Second gear for the first part of Laycombe. Definitely feel like there's not a lot of grip at the front here. Very, very careful. Into Rivage. Going to brake really early for this. Oh, it wasn't early enough. Locking up that front right, and there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing there. So as soon as gravity's working against us, the tyres basically just peace out. Now, Pool 1 should be interesting. Very, very fast left-hand of this. It was just a downshift and a throw the car in on these cold tyres. Really, really have to be patient. Finally hooking up. Then we can get on to the next sequence, pit path. Using that curb there to move the car around, but really struggling to get any. Look at it. Like this is nothing at the front. It's coming to me slowly, but very slowly. It really does feel pretty useless on that outlap, and that's what I expect it to really feel like. Let me go flat through here. Not quite. Tyre's not quite there yet for that. Oh. I think I overestimated there what the car could do. Good effort. Good effort there. That's a good line through there, Jimmy. It's a great line. So, safe to say, tyre's not quite there yet after the first lap. Remember, 203.6 to beat. I'll be flat through here now. Oh my god. No, we're not. Oh.
It looks like we've lost the motor.
Like, there's one thing for sure, right? Is that the first week this comes out, lap 1 of every race for these GTP cars is going to be just the worst thing ever. I'm not sure if like other cars in the race have their own sort of cold tyre dynamics, or these are just worse than everything else. But I can really see at the start of the race some GTPs being overtaken by LMP2s. Again, I'll go off here, Rivage, nothing. Being overtaken by LMP2s or by even GT3s. It's going to be brutal to be a GEP driver if you're not used to this sort of driving. An interesting comparison, though, would be to compare this to LMU, because LMU sort of does this already, Le Mans Ultimate. And in Le Mans Ultimate, it's weird. It feels like you do actually have some grip in the tyre at very low speed in iRacing. In LMU, for some reason, you have no grip anywhere ever. So even doing like 20 mile an hour for a hairpin, the car understeers. So, I mean, I've driven 6 in real life. They are pretty awful when they're cold. It is like driving on ice, but you do have tyres still. I think, if anything, LMU maybe goes a little bit too far in that first initial maybe 20-30 seconds on track. Right, Jimmy, for the love of Christ, just try and put a lap together. Right, let's not have a massive shunt over Eau Rouge this time. Still feel the rear having the little movements there. Not nice movements either, the scary kind. Tried to brake in my old braking spot there, can't do it. The car feels just a bit more human now. Doesn't feel like an F1 car with a cockpit anymore. Feels heavy. These cars are heavy in real life, you know. Oh my god. Still trying to kill me through there. But the actual apex speeds do seem quite a chunk lower than they were before. I mean, you see before, in some cases they were 70, 80 kilometers an hour higher than they should be. Here it feels like you really have to just wait for the car. This lap doesn't really count because we did get an off track, so we'll give it one more and see if we can get anywhere near that 203. Can I get through here flat? Yeah, I can. So got to be careful with the line you take, and then dig on the brake. And even then, I've got to stay on that brake pedal longer, harder, longer. But of course, having less grip in your tyre does mean you slow down slower as well. Oh my god. It's going to take some getting used to this. Having to unlearn everything I've had from driving these cars. Which, admittedly, is not a lot. But it's something. Oh, still a little bit of a wiggle, but the tyre's still a lot more, as we're going on, feeling much, much better. A bit better on the brake there. Confidence starting to build. Tyre temperature coming with it too. You can really feel the tyre sort of developing, heating up. Starting to afford us a bit more grip. Which is exactly what you want from this sort of thing. You want this from iRacing, you want this from your simulator. You want it to be realistic. Oh my god, rear end could do some work through there. Or my brake release could. Baseline setup just feel quite understeery as it is, but that might also be because we're not quite getting the tyre yet. But this lap time will be interesting, because this lap time will be a direct comparison, really, to what we had before. Now, in the second lap, I did a 203.6, which was good enough, I think, to put myself pretty high in the real-life grid with a pretty sloppy lap time. Let's see what this is going to be. So I could do better. It could be slightly faster, but we're talking maybe a second and a bit, not 10 seconds. That time, a 208.2. So that's nearly 5 seconds slower over the course of a lap there, compared to real life, which is a huge step in the right direction. So yeah, quite obviously quite a bit slower than before. Well, the easiest thing to say is there's just much less grip everywhere. Aero grip is still present, but actual mid-speed and low-speed grip, the car isn't glued to the ground anymore like it was before. The car feels heavy. It feels like it should feel, in my opinion. My lap time on the Ferrari definitely isn't great. Definitely not a fast lap time, but that is something that'll be significantly faster with a better setup and probably a better driver behind the wheel. And that's a big topic of why these cars were so fast. It was just apex speed. And there was one particular corner that I wanted to try out, which is T1 at Sebring. Because T1 at Sebring was wildly too fast previously. And we know that the real life apex speed should be in the range of about 175k to 185k. So we're going to head to Sebring now in the Cadillac and see if we're a bit more in the ballpark of where we should be. Right, time for the Cadillac, and of course I've got to go out and get those tyres warm, as we've just seen. Very essential. And I want to give you guys two speed figures. One is the real-world example that was used for Sebring T1, which gave us a speed of about 182 kilometers an hour. So again, 175 to 185 I'd deem acceptable for that. The tyre model before this new one, you could go through there at 256 kilometers an hour. So massive discrepancy there. So we're looking to try and get as close to that 182 figure as possible. First things first, given we're in the Cadillac, we have to enjoy the start-up sound, because it's the best thing in iRacing. Oh, anyway, now that I've just climaxed, let's go get our tyres warm. Let's see what sort of speed we can get through T1. Oh, it's so sketchy on the outlap. So good. This car's gonna kill me. Right, I've got the tyres nice and warmed up now, so I'm gonna come out of the sunset, set our active reset point, and have a few stabs of going through T1. See what sort of apex speed we get.
New fast flat for you.
At number 1. Like 160 something. I'm sure Jack can show us what that was.
You're slow.
Oh, that was better. A bit of a lift there. About 180 something there on the apex. Where am I going? I think that's about the best I've done it. And like the apex speed there I saw, I think was about 180 kph. So, I mean, pretty much bang on from what real life is, and nowhere near that crazy 256 kph from previous. So, I think it's fair to say this Tyre model, speed-wise, is a big step in the right direction. So bear in mind, this isn't a in-depth review of this Tyre model. This is just like a first impressions. I've not done a super long run yet, so I don't know how the tyre develops over a stint, and I've not tried it admittedly in different weather conditions, but replicating what I did in my previous video, the car is a lot slower over the course of a lap at Spa, just under 5 seconds slower on the second lap out the pits, which really goes to show the difference in how the tyres heat up. And after getting the tyres warm at Sebring, my apex speeds pretty much align with the real life speeds through there, which is again a huge step in the right direction given what they were before. And based on that, this seems like a very positive step in the right direction for iRacing and the GTP/hypercar class. All we need now... oh, I need a working voice. All we need now is a working hybrid system. Come on, iRacing. You got it. You can do it. That being said, thanks to iRacing for letting me try this early and make a video about it. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Take care, have an awesome day. See you all next time. Yeah!